Aging has long been associated with the usual suspects: wrinkles, gray hair, creaky knees, and the sudden need to Google, "What does that sound my back just made?" But beneath the surface level signs of getting older lies a more insidious player: chronic, low grade inflammation, otherwise known as inflammaging. It's not as flashy as a birthday party or as obvious as a bad knee, but inflammaging may be the root cause behind many of the things we chalk up to just getting old. And in this molecular soap opera, omega 3 fatty acids are emerging as the wise, diplomatic peacekeepers trying to bring calm to a very cranky cellular world. Inflammaging isn't about the kind of inflammation that happens when you sprain your ankle or fight off the flu. That's acute inflammation, which is helpful, short term, and part of your body's natural defense system. Chronic inflammation, on the other hand, is the biological equivalent of an overly dramatic roommate who never moves out. It lingers quietly in the background, doing just enough damage to gradually erode systems like the cardiovascular, nervous, musculoskeletal, and immune systems. Over time, this slow burn contributes to heart disease, cognitive decline, metabolic dysfunction, cancer, and general cellular wear and tear. Basically, inflammaging turns your tissues into places your cells no longer want to live. Now, why does inflammation ramp up with age? The list of culprits is long and not especially glamorous. There's the accumulation of senescent cells, the cellular equivalent of retired workers who still hang around the office and make everyone less efficient, the gradual breakdown of the gut barrier, the overactivation of the innate immune system, and even changes in the microbiome. All of these throw cytokines and inflammatory molecules into circulation like confetti, except instead of parties, we get arthritis, fatigue, and memory problems. Enter omega-3 fatty acids, the molecular fire extinguishers in this whole mess. Specifically, EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, which are found in fatty fish, algae, and those handy little capsules you sometimes forget to take. Omega-3s don't just reduce inflammation, they actively resolve it. That's a big difference. Reducing inflammation is like turning down the volume. Resolving it is like ending the argument altogether. They do this through a class of compounds known as specialized pro-resolving mediators, SPMs, including resolvins, protectins, and marazins. These molecules are created from EPA and DHA and help the body gracefully shut down the inflammatory response, clear out immune debris, and restore balance to damaged tissues. Instead of letting inflammation simmer indefinitely, SPMs say, "Okay, job's done. Time to clean up and move on." This kind of resolution is essential in aging, where unrelenting inflammation can sabotage every organ system. But omega-3s don't stop there. They're incorporated into cell membranes, where they influence the fluidity and function of those membranes, affecting how cells communicate and respond to stress. They also downregulate genes involved in inflammatory pathways and upregulate antioxidant defenses. This gene-level influence is particularly important because it means omega-3s don't just work like band-aids, they help rewrite the instruction manual your cells are using. That's a serious upgrade for a daily supplement, and the results are increasingly measurable. Clinical studies have found that higher levels of omega-3s in the blood are associated with lower levels of key inflammatory markers like CRP, C-reactive protein, IL-6, and TNF-alpha. They've also been linked to slower biological aging as measured by epigenetic clocks, reduced telomere shortening, and even improved outcomes in age-related diseases like Alzheimer's, macular degeneration, and atherosclerosis. If inflammaging is the forest fire of aging, omega-3s are the fire marshals, with EPA hauling the hose and DHA managing the blueprint for rebuilding. This opens up juicy possibilities for prevention and intervention. Could omega-3s delay the onset of age-related diseases simply by modulating chronic inflammation? Could they enhance the effects of other anti-aging strategies like exercise, caloric restriction, or senolytics? Should biological age tests include omega-3 blood index scores alongside methylation data? And how much is enough? 1 gram a day, or should we be doing micro-targeted doses based on genetic and inflammatory profiles? For now, the simplest answer is take them. Regular consumption of omega-3s from diet or supplements seems to be one of the most evidence-backed, low-risk ways to age more gracefully, on the inside and out. They won't give you the joints of a 20-year-old or erase all your inflammatory sins, but they can make your biological landscape less hostile, your cellular conversations more civil, and your long-term health outcomes a little less unpredictable. So the next time your body feels a bit inflamed by life, whether it's your knees, your brain, or your entire sense of being, consider giving it a dose of marine diplomacy. Omega-3s might not solve everything, but in the battle against inflammaging, they're one of the best allies you can recruit.